Well, it's another month where I'm TBRing way too hard. So let's talk about these books I want to read in the month of September. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal and this is Books Forever After, where I sit on my floor, we talk about everything and all things books and nothing but the books. Okay, so we got a lot of things happening in the month of September. We have the Romanve Readathon, which is hosted by Maggie's Book and Stuff, and that is this year's theme is Phantom, and so everything is Gothic romance is the subgenre of highlight this month. So really excited. Join Team Raul, second chance, friends to lovers, a lot of fun. Me and my co-host, there's lots of co-hosts, but me and my co-host Mrs. Pizza Reads, we are Team Raul, and I will link all the other co-hosts and Maggie, the queen herself, down below in the description box of this video. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9 books on my TBR, and if you know me at all, I'm basically reading 8 books a month because this girl is a corporate girly and my schedule is just I want to read but I don't have the time to read anymore. Alright, so there will be some, oh yeah, by the way, there'll be some live shows and everything, so make sure you're following all the co-hosts down in the description. I will actually be co-hosting on Friday, September 6th at 8 p.m. I don't know who else will be joining me for the live show yet, but I highly recommend you join. I do have the link already down below in the description. And so yeah, join, have some fun. We're going to do just reading sprints and just chat and just have some fun. I am not the game person. I wish I was, but I am here for the conversation and let's just reading. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to have some fun with everybody. So yeah, those are all everything. I don't know if I'll plan another live show as well for reading sprints. So, but for now, I just want to commit to one. And again, as well, everyone is open to do live sprints. It's actually encouraged. And if you want to join the readathon, you can actually sign up as well to host a reading sprint. So it is not limited to just the co-hosts. So that is a really cool thing. And like I said, Maggie's amazing. Her and her patronies had made like an awesome thing. So yes. Now to the TBR. I have 2 historical romances that I'm trying to get to. They're next in this series that my long-term series that I've been reading. There's 2 of them, one by Lorraine Heath and one by Kerrigan Byrne. So this one is the 3rd in this series of the Sins for All Seasons novel by Lorraine Heath. This is The Scoundrel in Her Bed, and I had read the second one last month because I wanted to read this one for this month for the prompts. So this is a second chance in here, so it will fill that prompt, and that is all I really know. She betrayed him or something. Driven by a past that haunts her, she seeks redemption in London's underworld, engaged in a daring cause inspired by the young man to whom she gave her innocence and who then proved himself a scoundrel by abandoning her. So you got some drama. Hoping for some tension. Now this series just follows brothers and sisters that have been adopted that come from being bastards. So they're not really your typical upper crust kind of scenarios a lot of the time, which I really enjoyed. And it follows their love stories. Now the mom that adopted them, she was running not necessarily an orphanage, but the upper crust people would leave their bastards there and just drop them off, and there's all sorts of things kind of happen. So there's a lot of historical elements to that actually happened in real life back then. And so yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. I think I've only read, I think the first book was 3 and the second one was 4 stars, so I'm looking forward to this one. And because it's second chance, as always, I'm just hoping that it's going to be a 5-star. Now the next one. This one is the 4th in the series of the Victorian Rebel series, and as book 1, The Highwayman, was my absolute favorite. So all of these have this Gothic element to them, I believe, the very dark atmosphere. And this one is a second chance, and I believe she's like a nurse and he has amnesia or something like that, and I think he just feels this connection. I think he's in the war or something like that, and so they have a second chance. Now, I love second chances, so I'll have that prompt, and I believe it also have that Gothic atmosphere as well, I'm hoping. The Highlander did for sure, and I think all of them kind of had that mysterious, dark atmosphere kind of element to it. So, looking forward to reading this. I'm hoping to get to this one. Historical ones are kind of, they're there, but I don't know if I'll get to them, but I really, really do for sure. I think this one would override the Lorraine Heath one for the month of September. If I'm going to get to one, it's going to be this one. And then next, I am currently reading, so I'm hoping that it'll only be for a couple of times. I'm about halfway through, so I'll have a couple hundred books, couple hundred pages or so into the month of September, if I don't read it before. So we'll see. I might be able to finish it in time. I am currently reading Heat of the Everflame as part of the book club pick, the Mooder book club pick with April. And so we are actually shifting that live show to Monday, September 2nd, I think is Monday. So yes, so we will be doing that, and so yeah, we have this whole thing here. I'm really enjoying this one. This is the second one. It's a reread for me because I purchased the third one and I'm like trying to start it. I'm like, wait, I don't remember everything exactly. I had read this one back in November. For the longest time, I had put this on my hold for the Libby app at the library, and I just kept on putting it off and putting it off, and then the wait was forever. So then I'm like, and I couldn't read the second one from the library because it had a long wait. So all of that to say, doing a reread, enjoying it, and there is a very like second chance like element to this as well as a second book, so which I found really interesting, and I really love this series, and K.A. Tucker is doing an awesome job with this one. This follows it's like a portal fantasy. It starts in our world, and she's known as like it's like a diamond thief kind of scenario, but she is kind of, someone stabs her in the heart, and she is all of a sudden whisked into the body of this Fae princess or elven princess who has just murdered the parents of the prince that she that person was on their wedding day. So a lot of drama happens and she has to convince everyone that she didn't do that. And it's a very political romantic-y elements. There's and it's definitely expanding from that. There's humans, it has that whole humans and elven kind of dynamic that's happening there, as well as magic and things like that. So yeah, a lot of fun, really enjoying it. Next, I don't know if I'll get to this one either, but if I do, it's going to be a very, very quick read. And that is, it was on my previous one too, guys, my previous TBR, but that is the fourth book in this series by Tate James. This is Kate, the Madison Kate book. So this is Kate. I am about a third of the way through, and I'm trying to finish this one. I've just been getting drawn into all the fantasy romance, guys, and the romantasy. So it's got me by the throat in this time of year. Romantasy just has my heart right now. And now with the time of the spooky season, paranormal and gothic romance will probably take my time too as well, but I'm just along for the ride, and I am enjoying this one. This is a 4-star series for me. I think every book has been 4 stars, but enjoying it. And yeah, I've spoken about this one before, but yeah, really enjoying that one. Next is part of a readathon or read-along that is being hosted by B for this author's work, and it fits one of the prompts. It's a Friends to Lovers, and that'll fit one of the prompts for my team. So this one is called The Friendzo by Abby Jimenez. This is my library copy. I just checked this out from the library, so it's going to be sooner in the month because it's due mid-month, so I want to make sure I get this one read. It should be a fairly quick read. It's a contemporary romance, and I know nothing else about this, so yeah. So yes, she's doing a read along. I will put that link down below. But they're doing a book a month of this author's work. So they're starting by the publishing order. So I think The Friend Zone is her first work by Abby Jimenez. I've heard great things from B and others about enjoying this author, and I want to see if she'll be for me as well. And next I have a romantasy, which is a fantasy romance by Grace Draven called Radiance. And I know nothing else. I think it's an arranged marriage between two species who do not find each other being attracted to each other, but they end up having to form that alliance and developing a friendship, and then over time a romance. That's what I've gathered. And the reason why I really want to read this too as well, along with it being a Friends to Lovers, is this is Becky from Bex Read's favorite book of all time, and she gifted this to me for my birthday back in May, and this is definitely on my priority list because I definitely want to enjoy it just as much as she does. So looking forward to this one. This will be probably on my other top priorities, higher above on my top priorities, because it is fantasy romance and all the prompts there. So, and it is fairly short, so I think it should be able to fit in. And this will be my first time reading this author, so hoping I love her too. And then next, I just talked about this in my video that you probably saw yesterday. If I'm posting it on the same day, then you're getting a double feature. But the last 3 books that I have here are Nauticadia by Carrie Lake. This is a contemporary Gothic romance. This one is probably on my lowest one because of the 3 Gothic books, like specifically very Gothic books that I want to read. It's a very large, it's like 600 pages. Over 600 pages, so like 660 pages or so. So it's very large. So it's a little intimidating. Yeah, that's what I got on there. I think it's just, I don't know nothing about it really. Oh, it takes place at a university. So, you know, the whole dark academia thing that was very, very popular, I think past couple of years, is essentially this Gothic. That's really what it is. It's just that Gothic atmosphere, and so that's really what it is, but it's all taking place at an academy. So it's kind of cool to see all these subgenres, but it's really a Gothic book, a Gothic romance. So looking forward to that. Like I said, know nothing about it. And again, by Carrie Lake, I have Master of Salt and Bones, and this one I'm really drawn to. It's also contemporary, but there's like a small town and he's a recluse. There's like some mystery surrounding him. Yeah, I know nothing about it. Like, for some reason they are drawn to each other and they're both kind of like outcasts or something like that, and that's all I know. I know nothing else, but I've heard great things, so there you go. And the number 1 book that I want to read for the readathon is Phantom by Grey Rivers. It's a Phantom of the Opera retelling. It'll get the Gothic and the Phantom retelling prompts. And yeah, that's really all it is, and I know nothing else about this. I know this was contemporary, which has a mafia element to it and a mafia twist. The Phantom of the Opera story. I'm doing great, guys. But yeah, that's it. That's all I want to read. So that is it. Of course, as you know, those are on my current list today. But your girl is a mood reader and I cannot be trusted. Now, I did forgot to mention that we do have a historical romance book that we'll be selecting for the month of September for our mood reader book club, April and I. I will post that picture here. I believe it's going to be this one, which Terry, if you're watching, have always been telling us to read this book. It's also very Gothic. I feel like it's also very in the Victorian, I think it's Jack the Ripper vibes, I think is what I remember. I think I've really know nothing, but I just heard great things about it, that it's very deep and emotional, and it looks good, even though there's snow on the cover, which makes me just think of November. But we'll see. I think that's the one we have already discussed of it being. But like I said, it's the Mood Reader Book Club. So usually we'll be picking the book at the book club live show. So we'll see if we're gonna stick to our guns for that being our book for September. So that's gonna be fun to see. So yeah, if I have a date for that, I will put a link in the description as well, for that live show. It'll be on my channel in September, and I'm probably going to be towards the end of the month, I believe. We'll see. As I stated, our Heat of the Everflame live show has now moved to Monday. As of today, we're just talking about it. So yeah, that is it. I feel very scatterbrained. Have you ever just been so on all the day for your like 9 to 5 job that I'm filming this at night? It's the only time that I have free. It's my only free time, and I'm just feel so scatterbrained. So I hope I am making some sort of sense for you. All right, with that said, like I mentioned, all the links down below. I will also link all of my Goodreads, wish lists, Instagram, everything down below. With that said, let's have some fun. All right, with all that away, I will see you guys later. I hope to see you guys all in the Discord later. Bye.